Okay, Lowe's 2654, customer Pustejovsky. Need to show you what we've run into today. A couple things with the plumbing as well as the bathroom vanities. Here we are in the master bath. The plumbing in this bathroom is actually touching the side of the slide. If you look right there, when we open and close the drawer, it's touching that. This is already a problem because the valve itself is dripping under pressure. So the customer has said he's going to go ahead and replace all these valves up here in the upstairs bathroom, as well as this valve on the right is leaking as well with it turned off. So again, it's upstairs area. These valves are 22 years old. Customer said he's going to get his plumber to come and replace all those. Let me take it to the other area, the secondary bath. Okay, here we are in the secondary bath area, and this is where we've had a problem today. Basically, they did the tear out of the cabinets and stuff this morning. They went to do the installation of the bathroom vanities. The right-hand side, no problems, but again, the valves are as old as the original ones in the other bathroom. But this one here, the left-hand valve, which is the hot water side, actually broke off under the floor when they were putting the new bathroom vanity in. And it's CPVC. If you take a look, the CPVC is old and yellowed. And actually this was all broken just from removing the pieces underneath. I'm gonna take you to the garage and show you what we're having to do there. Okay, here I am in the garage, and thankfully the valve was right over the center of the garage area. So the area you see here where we've popped some holes in was just to make sure we didn't have any water that was actually going to be in the ceiling, standing in the ceiling. So we went ahead and dropped holes until we found dry. And right here was our last wet hole. We found dry right there. So we're going to be cutting the sheetrock here at that line and then putting in a new piece of 12-inch sheetrock or 12-foot sheetrock all the way to the other side. Now that hole that you see there is where the customer actually had a water leak from a water heater 5 years ago. And he wants us to go ahead and run the sheetrock down that far to help cover up what happened there. It's no problem. We're having to do the sheetrock anyway. It would be waste if we didn't. So we're going to go ahead and cut past that to the next joint and actually add a full piece of 12-inch rock in. Now today we're going to expose everything, put a fan in the floor, and actually put the heat, or take the air and put it up against it. Going to pull out any insulation that is wet and go ahead and let that be drying. We're looking for about a 14 to 18% moisture content before we actually put everything back together. Now right now you can see where they've made the repair. We've actually got the new couplings and pieces back in, but you can see the stark difference in the color of the new pipe versus the old. The old pipe is from the 90s, 92, 95, and it's very brittle. The pieces that I showed you a minute ago just broke from just handling them. So as far as the water in the floor is pretty much dried up now. There wasn't that much water that got out. We've talked to the customer about this stuff here. He said leave it. It's all in plastic containers. It doesn't matter to him as far as wetness. The fan should dry all that up. The car that was here parked underneath actually got a little bit of water on it, but it was just water. Nothing dropped on it. No sheetrock, nothing as far as any kind of debris fell on it. So good shape as far as any kind of automobiles or anything. So that's our plan. Saturday we'll be back to hang the sheetrock and check for moisture content. And then after that, the customer said he will paint and primer everything and finish everything. And we wouldn't have to do that, as far as he was going to have to do it anyway, as well as the repair on the sheetrock here on the beam. Thanks very much.